Hey folks, we've been tracking a few showers offshore today, kind of way out on the outskirts of Hurricane Delta. I guess it's technically related to the storm, but it's a long way away. You can see just spotty showers out there kind of moving northeast to southwest. And if you figure the circulation around that system, that's about right, but it's offshore. We haven't seen much over land at all, a little bit, but not very much. The big thing will continue to be just the high surf at the coast as the system kind of sneaks by just to the east of us. There's a satellite view, and when you look at that, you'll notice clouds getting a little bit closer, but not dramatically. So the storm's still about 500 miles to the southeast of us. Big trough is going to come into Texas and kind of pick this up. It's a mid-level trough we caught. So as it comes in our direction for the next 24 hours, you go, here it comes. But that's about as close as it gets right there. That position that's just offshore, and this is the IBM graph model, which has done really well on tropical systems this season, about 280, 290 miles offshore. We keep going from there. Notice it almost goes straight north. It pushes out all those big swells, so we end up seeing some very high tides at the coast. And by the time you get to Friday morning, now it's 220 miles or so to the east-northeast of us, and that's because a big again, trough of the mid-levels kind of comes down in here and digs and pushes it off in that northerly direction ultimately. And then finally it just keeps going northward, and it goes right up somewhere near the Louisiana coast, along the Louisiana coast, sometime late Friday into Saturday. Models are a little at odds about the exact timing of that, but they all keep it to our east because of that trough that's digging in. It's not a particularly strong one, but it's enough to pick this up, all the models suggest. So for us, here's what it means. I mean, you look at tonight, not much. High-resolution future track suggests some clouds, not much more than that, and maybe spotty showers. That's 2 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Notice a little green near the coast. So an isolated showers in there, 20% for tomorrow, even into tomorrow night. And Friday, probably a dry day, partly sunny and hot with, again, an isolated shower near the coast, but that's probably about it. Our impact from this storm will be at the coast, and boy, I tell you what, coastal flood watch kicks in tomorrow morning. There's an advisory now. It becomes a watch tomorrow morning. Probably will become a coastal flood warning. As significant coastal flooding as possible, much like we've seen a couple of times this season, reminiscent of Hurricane Ike a few years ago. That's the kind of flooding we could see at the coast. You're not talking about rain-caused flooding, so as a general rule, streets don't flood unless it backs up through the storm drains, but otherwise it's just the tides get really, really high, and the high tides are just after midnight, or right around midnight the next couple of nights, so we'll probably see it at its highest. Here's the forecast path for this again from the National Hurricane Center. Notice it goes to the northwest, then curves northward. Once it gets up close to the U.S. coast, then it starts to move to the northeast and eventually falls apart over the Tennessee Valley, and that'll be the end of that, but that'll give them quite a bit of rain. The good thing is it's moving pretty quickly, so yes, a lot of rain, but not just incredible amounts like we've seen with some of the past storms. Our rain chances stay pretty small the next few days. Temperature-wise, here's where we are right now. Upper 80s, still low 90s in Rio Grande City. The coast at 79. So for tonight, it looks like this. Maybe a shower, a thunderstorm, especially near the coast, and the same thing for tomorrow. For the most part, it's a dry day, but there'll be more clouds around like we've seen this afternoon, and an isolated shower storm possible. And again, the closer you are to the coast, the more likely you are to see that. Your First 1.5 AccuWeather the forecast for the next 7 days. Take note of the weekend. 99 Saturday and 99 again on Sunday. Some of the models hit to the front Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. That's your updated First 1.5 AccuWeather forecast.